It's Friday the 19th of June, and tonight Tottenham Hotspur are back in Premier League action, playing Manchester United at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, 8:15 kickoff. I've been talking to a number of Spurs fans about their thoughts on the game tonight. Please do put all of your thoughts in the comments section below, your score predictions and your predicted lineup, and whether you think that Tottenham can reach the top four in the Premier League. So I've got Ricky with me from The Last Word on Spurs. Ricky, the Premier League restarted Wednesday night. Aston Villa v Sheffield United, and then Manchester City thumping Arsenal 3-0. Empty stadiums. How did it make you feel as a football fan, seeing no fans inside the grounds?
Yeah, of course, listen, it was very sad, obviously, not to see supporters in the stadium, but I think it gave us a great opportunity to be able to see the coaching staff and the players conversing like they were on the pitch. And I think it gives us an insight into just what actually happens, on the training ground. And you actually see that, obviously, going into games now. And I think, as much as it is awfully sad that we're not there to actually watch our team play, to be able to watch it is the next best thing. And this is quite an insightful period where we can actually see the players actually having that contact and that communication with the coaching staff as the game goes on. And if anything, obviously on the back of that game we saw, the Man City Arsenal fixture, it's got me even more excited for tonight's game. I mean, it does feel awfully exciting. I'm incredibly nervous because I've kind of forgotten the last 4 or 5 months of how Tottenham were playing. And I've kind of psychologically said to myself, this is the start of a new season, and win this one tonight, and we could almost end up on a run and go into the Champions League, which almost sounds incredible to think when you kind of turn your mind back to February and you remember what the team we had and how we were playing. It feels like the start of a new season.
Ricky, if we win tonight, and surely it is a must-win game if Tottenham are going to get any European place for next season, but if we do win tonight, we'll be 4 points adrift in the top four with Chelsea and 1 point away from Manchester United. How confident are you that Tottenham will have Champions League football next season?
I think so much is resting on tonight's game. I honestly have that feeling that if we can win the game against Man United tonight, then that could potentially set us up to go on a really good run. Obviously, we've got some doubts in terms of Giovanni Lo Celso. I think he's pivotal to Tottenham in the way that we create. So I hope he can make an appearance for tonight. I think he's so key for our midfield. But I honestly have got this feeling, Chris, that if we can win this one, I know we've been here before with Tottenham and we were optimistic as we tried to be, that this sets Spurs up to be in a good position to go on a decent run to the end of the season. We laugh and joke about how Mourinho is here to win trophies. This is the start of 9 cup finals. So this is what the man's been brought in for. He's a serial winner. He's got 9 of them to go, starting with tonight. Win this cup final tonight, and we've got a great chance with the last remaining 8 games to somehow secure Champions League football for next season, which, to be fair, if you said that to me in February, I would have laughed in your face.
Ricky, what makes this game so different? Because we've played Chelsea twice this season, both home and away. Under Jose Mourinho, we lost both of them. We've played Manchester United away at Old Trafford. We lost that one as well, against Mourinho's former clubs. Now, what makes this game different for Tottenham to get a result tonight?
I think by the token fact that if you look at us as we are now than previously, we would have had to face a Man United team that was so on form, in really good rhythm. We would have been absolutely decimated by so many injuries. And I think when you see Harry Kane fit and raring to go, when you see Heung-min Son looking like he's looking, when you know Sissoko, you've got the option of him bursting through the midfield. I think as Spurs fans, we know that this game for us, in a way, in a perverse, very strange way, we've got such a better chance now than what we would have had back in February, March, because of the hand we were dealt in terms of injuries, that almost it feels like we've been given a second life. Of course, as Spurs fans, you don't want to get too optimistic and carried away because we know this team has a tendency to break our hearts. But I am confident, and I shouldn't be, that if we get a result against Man United tonight, that we can possibly go on a run, Chris. And I'm absolutely crazy. But there you go. That's what this team does to you.
Ricky, Jose Mourinho said in a press conference yesterday that Tanguy Ndombele now understands more what we need from him. Do you think that we're going to see a little bit more from him because he has been heavily criticised by a lot of the fans this season?
I always felt with Tsungi it was going to take at least 6 to 12 months to adapt. I think when you're coming from a different league, especially the French league, which is not as fast paced as the Premier League, it's not as physical as the Premier League. I think it will take time for a player to adapt, and I think the period that he's had in terms of it being difficult might actually do him the best. I think Mourinho has shown that he is a tough character. It's tough love, but he's done it previously with the likes of Joe Cole, Arjen Robben, even Samuel Eto'o. And you look at what those players have got into achieving the game. I think, he's tried to mentally get the best out of Tsungi Ndombele. You look at him in training, he looks leaner, he looks sharp, he looks fit. And all this is obviously all going to be coming up now where he's going to do an injury in the space of 10, 15 minutes against United. But I honestly feel like he's a player that needs time to adapt. And I think he's a superstar in waiting. I really honestly do. When you see the glimpses of what we've seen from Tsungi, he's got the ability to change a game, and he's got that eye of the needle pass that he can produce. I think give him time, and we've got a potential superstar on our hands.
Rick, I can tell the excitement in your voice and even in your body language. I've spoke to you over the last couple of months, and you are a different man tonight.
This is it, isn't it? This is it. I mean, ahead of this game tonight, this is what Spurs do to you. You kind of build yourself up mentally and physically for the game. Of course, I'm gutted to not be there, but I think, there'll be Spurs fans watching all over the world. Chris, as a man like yourself, you go there every single week. You haven't missed a game for God knows how long. It is obviously the mental side of not being there is so tough, but I think, say, if we can get a result, it would be incredible. Positive result would really set us on our way to a great, hopefully, last 8 games for the rest of the season.
Rick, what's your score prediction?
I've been saying 1-1 for the last 4 or 5 days, but on the evening tonight, I'm going to have to change it now.
1-1?
No, I have been saying 1-1, but you know what? As you said, my body language has definitely changed over the last 24, 48 hours. It's probably Tottenham that's done that to me, as they always do. So I'm going to say 2-1 Tottenham. Harry Kane to get the winner.
That'll do. Ricky, thank you very much. Enjoy the game. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
So I've got Spurs fan Dean with me. Dean, how excited are you? Just a couple of hours away until Tottenham play Manchester United in the Premier League.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to a bit of decent football. It's going to be different. It is going to be different. Obviously, the Arsenal City game sort of showed how different it can be. And the Villa United game, that was weird as well. I know they have the piped-in sort of crowd noise, but it's just not the same. It's just not the same. But, football's football, and we will watch because that's what fans do.
Tottenham put lots of pictures out yesterday showing the stadium as it is now, all the banners and all of the flags. It looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It really does. I'd like to see what the sound system's going to be putting out, and so that should be quite good. Everybody going to be looking. Oh, there's my seat. There's my seat. It's going to be a long time coming, but I am really looking forward to it.
Dean, what are you expecting today?
I said before in a couple of interviews, I reckon we'll have a 2-1. I reckon it'll be a sort of home win for us. So fingers crossed for that. But we do need every win. I mean, obviously the Arsenal loss, that helped us a bit. The Sheffield United draw, that's helped us a little bit. So let's hope luck is on our side.
Moussa Sissoko described it as 9 cup finals. Now, how many cup finals do Tottenham need to win to get a European place, either be the Champions League or Europa League?
I think 8. I do think 8, because I think everybody else is going around us like is going to sort of try for that 4th spot as well. 5th, depending on what happens to City. And cup finals, we're not good at them, so it's a worry for me. I'd want us to be on our game and hopefully sort of like be at it from the word go.
Are you excited about Sonny, Harry Kane, and Sissoko all back in the team?
Oh yeah, because that was a massive loss, and I said before that as much as like Sissoko had a few really dire sort of years, he's now the first name on the team sheet because he just bosses that midfield. So yeah. Again, that's going to divide like fans, whether I'm right or wrong, but I do like him. I do like Sissoko a lot.
Dean, I must say this feels a little bit more, very different to what we're used to. I'm used to standing there with a pint next to you, asking you all these questions. It's weird, isn't it?
Oh, it is, but it's the way we've got to go. We still talk football. We still sort of, we all phone each other and say, how you doing? And it always gets back round to football. We ask them to make sure everybody's doing okay and the families are okay. Then it's football. Even though there's none on, nothing's been said, no transfers, no nothing. Football. I mean, how sad are we? But that's what it's about.
We love our football. We
love
our
football. Yeah.
Dean, you're going to go for a 2-1 then, yeah?
Yes, I am. I think Kane, Sonny, and Rashford.
Dean, thank you very much. I hope you're right. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
I've now got Spurs fan Jason with me from South Dorset Spurs. Jason, tonight, Tottenham are back in the Premier League. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Chris. Yeah, I'm looking forward to catching up with a few of the SDS lads. We've got 6 of us social distancing in my back garden. We'll have a few beers and hopefully enjoy the game.
What are you expecting from tonight?
Yeah, I'm expecting us to put on a bit of a display. Hopefully we won't go into the same form that we went into the lockdown with. Hopefully we'll show a bit of passion, of drive, all the things we'd expect of Tottenham Hotspur going into this game. We've missed it. We've missed the football. We've certainly missed seeing Harry Kane, who's been out for almost, 6 months? I'm really looking forward to seeing him. Yeah, really looking forward to seeing Harry back. And hopefully they're strong and fit and ready to go.
Obviously, the stadium hasn't got any fans in. Of course, me and you would be there normally. But Tottenham have put all of the flags and banners. Did South Dorset Spurs get a flag up in the stadium?
Yeah, we've got a flag in the stadium, but I haven't been able to locate it yet. So I'm hoping Stacey received it on Monday. And I expect it to either be in the South Stand or hopefully somewhere dotted around the stadium where we can see it tonight.
Jace, with the likes of Harry Kane, Heung-min Son and Sissoko back tonight, what a huge lift it is for Tottenham, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's great to have those players back. But I am still concerned about the defence. Let's just hope during this period he's worked on the defence, because our midfield and our forward line's fantastic. But that's where all the worries are for me at the moment. And I just hope that Jose's been managed to work with those guys long enough to sort that out.
Jay, surely if Tottenham are going to catch the likes of Chelsea and Manchester United for that Champions League place, this is a must-win game, isn't it?
It has to be. We have to have momentum going forward. We've got to win this game. Otherwise, it sets us back a bit. I think we've got West Ham next after that. I think the running's pretty relentless for us, so we need to get going. We need to start making some waves, and this is the game to stamp our authority and move forward.
Score prediction, Jace?
Well, I've spoken to you a couple of times over the last few weeks, and I'm still going to stick with a 3-2.
Love it. Who's going to get the goals?
I think Harry will get a couple, and I think Sonny will have 1 too.
Love it. Well, let's hope that we get the 3 points. Jace, thanks very much. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you.
I've now got Spurs fan Melvyn with me all the way from Malta. Tottenham are back in the Premier League tonight against Manchester United. Melvyn, how confident are you feeling for tonight's game?
It's a tricky question because I'm really, really nervous. I don't know. I'm not extremely confident in the game or in the team right now because we've not in the best form, and Manchester United are coming off a run of games where they're unbeaten, I think, in 11 games. So it's difficult to predict or to be confident. I have no idea what's going to happen. I see us winning, I see us losing, and I see us drawing the game. It's going to be extremely unpredictable, even with this whole coronavirus thing. Jose Mourinho, a manager with such experience, even admitted that this is new for him. This is new territory for everyone. I think a victory is very important. It's extremely important. In a way, I feel more nervous for this game than any other game this season that we've had. I think this game, if we win, it's a massive game, because then the hunt for Champions League is back on. If we lose, it's end of story. And the next 8 games are like, what's going to be going on for next season. But I don't know. I'm nervous. You can see I think about the game all the time, and I'm very excited for the game tonight.
Who is going to deliver for Tottenham, though? Because, of course, we have got Musa Sissoko back, we've got Heung-min Son back, we've got Harry Kane back. That is huge for Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, isn't it?
Playing against United, Son was fairly quiet in the away game. Lucas Moura played well last season when he scored those 2 goals. I don't know, but it's Jose Mourinho has options on the bench. I can see Bergwijn maybe scoring. I can see Kane maybe getting a goal. Ali is a huge miss because he likes to score against United. He likes to score at these very, very tight games. But it'll be great to have Sissoko back because he's been really, really missed in the team. You can sense when he's missing because he puts in a shift in, covering for the defense, helping out with the attack. Obviously not scoring that much, but yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be very tight.
What's your score prediction, Melvyn? Go on, give me a score prediction.
I'm gonna say 1-1.
1-1. We need to win. We've got to win.
But you said a prediction. That's my prediction. I think 1-1. Hopefully I'm wrong. I never get predictions right. So this is why I said 1-1, because I never get predictions right. I never bet any money on anything because I never get them right.
Well, let's hope we do get the 3 points because we really do need that Champions League place for next season. So fingers crossed. Melvyn, thanks very much, and come on, you Spurs. I've now got Spurs fan Dave with me. Dave, how are you? Don't take this the wrong way, but I've missed you. I've missed Premier League football. It's been 100 days since we have seen Tottenham kick off football. Are you excited?
I am excited, and I can't wait for it to get going. Really can't. I mean, we've seen a couple of games. It's a strange experience. You can watch it with the crowd noise or without the crowd noise. I watched it without the crowd. Without the amplification, if you like. I mean, that was just an add-on. I don't think that's real. And yeah, it's just the players shouting at each other. It's very quiet. But I thought the intensity was there for the 2 games I did watch. So I didn't watch all, but I watched parts of them. Yeah. I think once they get going, it should work. Definitely.
Dave, are you feeling optimistic for a European place for next season? Can Tottenham get into Europe next year, even if it is the Europa League?
They can. I think that, I said before, I think 5th or 6th is where I think we'll end up. I think 4th is too far away. 5th, we might squeeze into a Champions League spot. We've obviously got to win tonight. Definitely got to win tonight, because then that'll be the springboard for the rest of the games. Because if it doesn't work tonight, then it's a bit of deflation for the rest of the games, and we don't want that. So they want the same as us. So it's all to play for.
It's weird though, Dave. It's a weird feeling, isn't it? It kind of feels like a brand new season starting.
It does. But of course, we're right at the end of the season. I mean, it's an elongated season. It's never been done before. Yeah, they had the 62-63 season and the big freeze where that was a pause, and they carried on playing into June. I mean, I wasn't here for that. I was in the States, but I heard all about it. I was in LA, in the Waltz. So I heard all about it.
You're showing your age now, Dave.
Yeah, but well, it is what it is. A pause is unheard of for this length of time. So yeah.
Dave, what's your score prediction?
I think I've said before I'm going for 2-0, and I'll stick with the 2-0. We just obviously got to. If we can get a goal early, then it will calm the nerves. Obviously, the longer it goes on, they're dangerous, and depends what lineup we go with as well. I've heard the various formations that You know, the Evening Standard you were talking about yesterday or whatever it was, and with their lineup, I mean, they just went with a normal, you know, Toby and Jan and Ben Davis and Serge, and I mean, obviously the midfield is, well, we had Ndombele and Winks, and I think it was Sissoko, but I mean, Sissoko's the odd one out really, because he's coming in for Ali, and I think you do need somebody to shore up, you know, because Lo Celso looks like he won't be playing. He hasn't trained, so he's probably going to miss this one, as well as obviously Ali's suspended. So, you know, the midfield pool contracts a bit. Mora's one of his favourite players, so he'll play presumably. Bergwijn might be on the bench, and I mean, I was talking about Harry being rested and putting him on towards the second half, because the only danger is if Harry starts, and you know, don't forget we're going into an intensity. Yes, I'm playing for. We're going into the Champions League scenario again, where he's being rushed, well, not rushed back, but he hasn't played a competitive game. I know that not many people have but he hasn't played for 6 months. So you've got to try and manage him, really. I think, you know, if he plays a full game tonight, would he play a full game against West Ham? You see what I mean? It's, you know, Jose, he's got to weigh his options up.
Well, Dave, I'm going for a 2-0 as well, and whenever we've predicted the same score, it's never been right. Dave, thank you very much. Enjoy the game. So I've now got Spurs fan Ian with me. Ian, it's the return of the Premier League tonight. Tottenham play Manchester United. How are you feeling ahead of this game?
Brilliant, mate. So excited. Really can't wait. We've been waiting for a long time for this, haven't we? Yeah, it's I just hope that Jose and his mates don't let us down after this tonight, you know, but can't wait.
What are you expecting from this game, though, Ian?
Up until watching the other night when the first game started, I was expecting it to be like a friendly. But in all honesty, they were actually not bad matches, the first couple of ones. And I made a point of watching it on the Sky with the sound effects on. And I really enjoyed it, I must admit. So it was quite exciting. I'm hoping that they don't disappoint us too much. Yeah, I think it'd be a good game. I think both of them have got something to prove now, haven't they?
You're normally at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium every game, being a season ticket holder. How are you going to feel when you're sitting at home watching it on the TV rather than actually being there?
Well, I'm actually going to be out in my shed. I've got a den, right? And I've actually done it. It's got drapes all over the place. I've got flags up everywhere. And so it's going to be my little mini stadium. So I'll be quite happy with that. I've got a beer keg out there, courtesy of the local brewery up at Tottenham. So I'm quite happy, mate. Yeah, I'd rather beat the game, but that's all right. I'll be in bed at a reasonable time, eh?
It sounds like you're not bothered at all. Got the beer in the shed, got the flags going out. Sounds great.
Everything is there. I'm trying to arrange for the wife to deliver me meal at half time, but I can't see that happening. She might keep me going with beer though. Go on, I'm listening then.
Tottenham win this game. How confident are you?
Bit disappointed Lo Celso's might not be starting. Until I realised that Man United have actually had a good run for the last 10 or 11 games. I was really optimistic. So I put down for a 2-2 draw, I must admit, with Ndombele scoring a hat-trick. You know? Go on.
Is that your score prediction, 2-2?
I think it'll be 2-2, yeah. I think they've both got something to prove. And do you know what? I'll be honest. I really thought I believed that they were actually going to do top 4. And do you know, I actually don't want them to. I'd rather them finish bloody 8th, you know, because we're still going to have the same players. And then to start next season, we can really fly. because we've got a cracking team, mate. I tell you, we really
We
have.
need European football in that stadium next season, Ian, without doubt.
But there might not be any if you get another COVID outbreak anyway, so it really won't matter, will it?
Well, let's be positive, eh?
Yeah. But I mean, in all honesty, I watched the Sheffield United match the night before last, and I didn't think there was anything to get excited about there at all. Villa looked the better team, didn't they? You know. So with that in mind, you're thinking, well, that's another one out of the equation. Arsenal, they didn't look anything at all. It's quite doable to get fifth, isn't it?
Yeah. They are huge games. Tonight is a huge game. It's a 6-pointer. Tottenham need the 3 points. We must do it. We've got to do it. But it seems like a brand new season. It's a very strange feeling because, of course, I'm someone who goes to every game. So it's a very strange feeling for me to be watching Tottenham on the TV.
I bet you've still got a ticket there, mate. You're going to wear an ambulance suit to get in. You're going to be the first.
I'd wear anything to get in there.
As long as
on that note, Ian, enjoy the game and let's hope we win. And come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Good health. Okay.
I've now got Spurs fan Jamie with me. Jamie, the return of the Premier League for Tottenham Hotspur Football Club tonight. Are you excited? How do you see the game going?
Yeah, really excited for Premier League football to be back. And I think from a Spurs perspective, as I've said many times, I really am excited for tonight's game. I think that, Spurs are now in a really good place in terms of where the squad's at. Jose Mourinho's had time to work with the players. So now it's really no excuses. He's got his top players back in terms of Harry Kane, Steven Bergwijn, Heung-min Son. So all the top players are there for him to go and kind of play the football that we want to see us play and try and get the results. So really, it's a great chance for him now to have a proper chance at getting results at Spurs, and hopefully performances will be just as good as well.
We've had these 3 months off, Jamie, nearly 100 days without any Premier League football for Spurs. Lots of fans, including both me and you, by the sound of you, we're all coming back confident, like we're going to win this game tonight against Manchester United. When you look back 3 months ago and, some of our performances, some of our results, what is different? What is different now? Is it the fact that Harry Kane, Moussa Sissoko and the likes of Sonny are back?
Yes, I mean, look, when Heung-min Son and Harry Kane were out the team, that was 47% of Spurs' goals across the whole season. So, you take that amount of goals out of most teams, they're going to struggle. And it was really unfair. I mean, Jose Mourinho, of course, walked into a really difficult situation at Spurs. Of course, we'd come off the back of a Champions League final defeat. And really, I think that under Pochettino, really, the wheels had come off a bit. And I think that a lot of the players mentally were, a bit disillusioned at the club. But now he's kind of had that chance, really, to hit this reset button. This period of, 3 months off has kind of given them a chance to kind of reflect on different stuff, maybe recharge both physically and mentally. So I think from that point of view, that's really important. I think having, as I said, Mourinho having time to get his message across to the players, to work with the players on different tactical sides, because in the time that he had, he just didn't have that sort of time to be able to go and implement all that. So hopefully, you just hope it's going to be a lot more effective. I mean, the performances were really disappointing. The way we were playing was obviously very defensive, was very boring. So you just hope that now he's got top attacking players back and he's able to kind of get some sort of system together. I think that was one of the biggest issues as well, was he had to keep chopping and changing. I think in between the last 6 games that we lost, those last 6 defeats, it was always a case of chopping and changing. And when you really can't get any kind of continuity in terms of your lineup, that's where it's really difficult. So, yeah, just a lot of factors really for, now I think, as I said, not really many excuses for Jose Mourinho. So hopefully he can go and get the results now.
Jamie, how good are Manchester United, though? They're sitting in 5th place at the moment. They're 4 points ahead of Spurs. Who are the key players for United that Tottenham do need to look out for tonight?
Yeah, so I mean, look, I think before the break, they were, I think in the last couple of games, they were one of the most informed sides in the league, and of course, they really shot up the table. I think there was a long time when I was kind of looking at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and thinking, why they're sticking with him, and then kind of out of nowhere. Well, I'm going to say out of nowhere. Of course, it was kind of in line with Bruno Fernandes arriving. You know, he's been a massive influence, and I think obviously he's going to be, you know, a guy that Spurs are going to have to look out for. I think, you know, it's really going to be a case of we have to kind of keep close quarters on him. I think that Bruno Fernandes will be kind of the main danger man for United. You know, he has really come in and made a huge impact. I think another player as well, with Marcus Rashford, I think we all know about. Obviously, he's just come back from injury as well, so you know he'll be raring to go. And yeah, I think that, you know, he's also been in good form this year for United. So I think Fernandes will be the one to look out for. But yeah, I think Rashford as well. Obviously, I think that, you know, he's always capable of scoring. I think he scored in both his last appearances against Spurs. So I think he's definitely another one to look out for.
Jamie, what's your score prediction?
Yeah, so for me, I really want to be optimistic about tonight. I'm going to go for a Spurs win. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Spurs win. I have to be optimistic and say that we're going to go and do it. I kind of said the reasons why I think Spurs are in a really good place now. You look at kind of the attacking options we have, the midfield options we have. I really believe that we've got the quality to go and win this evening. Yeah, I really am quite confident. And as I mentioned, I think, you know, and you've said plenty of times on this channel, the game is really going to be a make or break for our season. I think that a defeat would pretty much end our hopes of Champions League football. But a win could really put us in a really great place. So it's going to be a huge game.
Jamie, thank you very much. Let's hope you're right, and let's hope we get those 3 points. Come on, you Spurs.